How is everyone today? So, a few weeks ago, I read the story Socks for Mr. Wolf. And today, we're going to do an activity where we design socks for Mr. Wolf. So, as you might know from this story, Mr. Wolf loves socks. And at the end of the story, he had these lovely striped socks, and then he also had very nice flowered socks. So I thought today we could draw some more socks for Mr. Wolf. So when I'm drawing Mr. Wolf's socks, because they are so long, I try to find the biggest piece of paper I have so I can make sure they're really nice and long. So maybe if you're doing these at home, you can find a long piece of paper and something to draw with. Now I'm using a black marker because that will show up, but Mr. Wolf likes all colors, so anything that you want to use to draw with would be just fine. Now, when I'm doing these, it's very simple the way I do them. I start with one very long line that goes down like this and curves around, kind of like a very long Christmas stocking, and then just comes right up here. There's a line at the top. And then I do another one, and I try to make it look pretty much the same, but it's okay if it's not exact. Usually mine aren't exactly the same. That's okay. So now I usually do a little bit at the top, which is just where the socks stop with some nice stripes. Okay. So now, as I said, Mr. Wolf likes all kinds of things, and I like to do different socks for him for different seasons and different holidays. And because we've been at home for the last few weeks, we've had a chance to really look around and see what is happening outside. And one of the things I've really enjoyed is that we've had very nice weather, and I've been able to look at all the flowers and the trees and the birds. So I thought I'd do Mr. Wolf some nice socks with lots of different kind of springtime and summertime designs on them in honor of this time where we've been able to look at all these things outside our houses. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm just going to do a little line across on each sock. And you don't have to do yours like this. I just like to sort of divide it up because it gives me different spaces to draw in. And so I thought for my first space, I would draw a nice big sun right up here. Nice big yellow sun. And on the other side, I thought I could do a nice fluffy blue cloud. Like this. Okay, and then for the next part, I thought I might do, was a very wobbly line. Okay, so for the next part, I might do some butterflies. So I have a nice little purple marker here, and I thought I would do a couple butterflies. And really, you know, it's not important that both socks look the same. They could be different, as you can see, because I've got the cloud on one sock and I've got the sun on the other. This marker doesn't seem to be too great. But anyway, there's some little butterflies. And then underneath that, maybe we'll do some birds, and as I said, I'm using markers because they show up really nicely, but maybe you prefer using other things to draw with, and you could use colored pencils, or you could use crayons. You could use whatever it is that you see at home that you think would be nice. So there's two little red birds. And let's see, what else? Maybe we'll do some flowers now. So, just do maybe some nice, colorful, maybe some tulips here. Nice purple tulips on that side. And maybe some yellow tulips on the other one. And then maybe we could do some nice trees. And I think I will make them kind of tall. So I'm going to do a nice long tree here, like that. And another one there, like that. Okay, so here's two very long trees. And then, let's see, we're getting now to the bottom here. So maybe we'll do some decorations down here on the heels and the toes of the socks. And maybe we could do some more flowers. Maybe we haven't used a lot of blue, so maybe we'll do some nice blue flowers down here. Maybe like that. And like that. And some more on this side. And here. So, and maybe we'll add a few stripes up here in the top, some blue and some green to make them very nice springtime socks for Mr. Wolf. So there you go. It's pretty simple to do these. And I decided to use things that I was seeing outside, but you might want to put other things on his socks. You could do summertime treats that you're looking forward to having, like ice creams or ice pops or things you've been baking. Nice cupcake socks would be really nice, or maybe games you've been playing or books you've been reading. So there's all kinds of things that you could put on these socks. It's just a nice way to draw something different, and Mr. Wolf loves lots of kinds of socks, as I said. And just some other things I was going to say very quickly was that I also, because I'm at home, was able to look through things I had at home, and I found some colored paper and some little stickers. So you might be able to do some socks that way too if you have wrapping paper or tissue paper or colored paper or stamps. I could also use one of these pens that has stamps and make some patterns there on the sock. Or you might have a stamp pad you could use, something like this, and just make some stamps on the socks like that. Or you might have some little stamps you can use on the pad, and you could also use those on the socks. So there are lots of things that you can do to make very creative and colorful socks. And Mr. Wolf will like all of them, I'm very sure. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone is staying safe, and we both say goodbye to you. Goodbye.